some of you know that my second oldest sister had cancer, and she expired week before last, and so they had a funeral on this Saturday. I didn't go. Number one, it was too short of a notice to go for me, and they had it Saturday. She died Sunday. She expired Sunday, and they had it Saturday. But thank you all for all your support, your prayers for that, and it went very well. Some people showed up from other parts of the country to Gary, Indiana, and it went very well. May her soul rest in peace. And she happened to be one of the sisters that I'm very close to. Though I am close to all of my sisters, they all don't agree with what my conservative Christian views. But yeah, we tend to get along as best as we can. So thank you all very much for your prayers, all right? For my family. And she had been dealing with the cancer issue for 4 years. It's interesting that Saturday she expired on last Sunday before last, and her birthday was that Saturday. And then she expired that Sunday. Isn't that amazing? And on her birthday, she turned 69 years old. 69, yeah. And that was amazing. That was interesting. But now, as I said, may her soul rest in peace. And thank you all for your support. I got a text from one of my cousins about my sister, and he lives here in L.A., and he said to me in the text, he asked, did you go to the home going celebration? Did you go to the home going celebration? And I heard that at different funerals that this is not a funeral or something like they say, but it's a homegoing. And so it really kind of registered to me for a minute there, even though I've heard a lot of Christians call funerals homegoing. And they don't call them funerals anymore for the most part. Are you going to the homegoing celebration? So they make funerals now into a homegoing celebration. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Because it hit me. And I heard it for a while over the years. And, but I responded to him, I think I did. I said, no, I didn't go to my sister's funeral. And so I thought about that and pondered. And I thought to myself, why do Christians call funerals homegoing celebration? And then I realized after a while, it just kind of dawned on me, and I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Have you ever heard, I don't know if white people do it, it may be a black thing. Do they do that, Chris? Do white people call funerals homegoing?
I've never heard that expression ever in my life.
What do they call it?
Funeral.
Is this a black, have you heard this?
I've heard something similar things like celebration of life, or we send them off to heaven, but never a homegoing.
Homegoing, yeah. I heard those phrases too.
Yeah.
And so why do you think, it may be a black thing then?
Maybe so. They just want to make it seem all nice and positive all the time.
And why?
I don't know. To make people feel better. To feel like they're going to heaven.
Oh. Yeah, I thought the same thing. So, and I realized that even the Christians, apparently the black ones, I don't know how the white ones do it, but maybe next time a white person dies, I'll do the funeral and see what happens. Or maybe go.
I'll let you know.
You let me know?
Yeah, I'll let you know. I don't know about this homegoing stuff.
What I realized from it is You know how the world, the secular world cannot deal with reality? They can't handle the realness of life. And I'm starting to believe that's what's happening with the Christians. At least some, not all. Not all, but most. Is that the reality they can't deal with. And that's why they're now calling funerals homegoing celebrations. Because doesn't that sound better than she did, or he did, or daddy did, or mama did? It sounds too completed, I guess. Complete, like the end. The end. And so it's, if you're in a fallen state, even all in the name of Jesus with the Bible that you study, if you are not really born again of God, you simply cannot handle reality. So you make up soft ways of dealing with life. And I didn't realize how much Christians make up that until my cousin asked me, did I go to the homegoing celebration? I think that's how he asked it. And I was thinking, wow, even a Christian, and I know why, at least the black ones. Now, I don't know about the white folks. If y'all celebrating like that at a funeral, let me know, white folks. I think I know why the blacks are calling funerals homegoing celebration and the things that Joel said. Do you know why, Joel? Have you ever thought about this?
Do I know why what?
They call it homegoing celebrations, or
I mean,
instead of a funeral.
I mean, I always just summed it up to them just trying to feel better about the situation and be able to tell others and make them feel better, or at least try.
Yeah. And the reason for that, because in the Christian world, they have been told that you can still sin. And if you can still sin, it means that you're in a fallen state. You still have fallen away from God, and you're not able to handle reality, the battle between good and evil. So you make up words to make yourself feel better. And hopefully that'll help you deal with it. Because in reality, what does homegoing celebration mean?
You make a good point, is that people really don't, like, what is that? If you call it homegoing, or you go up there and do a speech and it's all good stuff, it doesn't do anything for anybody.
What the? And I hear them quote the verse, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. They quote that, and I think that's the justification that they use to say homegoing celebration. It doesn't matter how you died with what's in your heart, how you died with anger in your heart.
Right.
And they just think that everybody going to heaven no matter what.
Right.
So I think they make up that to try to deal with it.
Yeah. When I first went to talk, remember a long time ago I went to talk at a funeral? And
Lord, it was his last invitation.
But first, I was nervous because I'm like, they're so used to saying, certain things, like making everybody feel good. So I went there and just said, this should be the example of what not to be.
Yeah.
And they just can't handle the truth in that way. They looked at me if I shot at myself.
Yeah, that's what it is. Homegoing celebration. Well, if that is called homegoing celebration, I don't want to die to have to go that way. But it was interesting. My cousin asked me, did I go to the homegoing celebration? I'm like, what the? I've heard it before, but it didn't really register until he asked me that. Amazing. And I think because Christians still sin, because anyone who has anger in his or her heart is a sinner, separated from God. Anyone who has it. So thank you all for the well wishes and the support and prayer for the family and all that. But so it happened. They had the funeral last Saturday, and it was interesting. I did not go because I would not have been able to make it back for church service and everything else. But thank you. I would tell my sister or brother, another one of my sisters, one of my brothers that I don't. If you live in cold weather atmosphere like Indiana or Chicago or wherever it snows and get really cold, you should not be dying in the wintertime. It's too cold. And then you have to stand at the grave site like this. Don't die in the winter. Die in the spring, summer, and spring. Let the Lord know. Anyway, so thank you again, all right? I do appreciate it. I have 6 more sisters left. 6 sisters left and 2 brothers left. Because originally I had 5 brothers. There were 5 of us. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Junior, baby bro, Color Junior, Willie, Clay, and me. Oh, it was 6. That's interesting. 6 boys and 7 girls. And so now 3 boys are dead and 1 girl is dead. And so I have 6 sisters left. That's a lot of them to be left, huh? and 2 brothers left. One thing about having a big family, when one is gone, you can't hardly tell. That's amazing. And I'm the oldest of them all. Matter of fact, I'm the 3rd oldest grandchild in my family. I have another cousin over me. He's the oldest, then another over him. He did. And we have a major family around the country. It's like everybody and their mama. So I'm great. I always like big families for that reason. I had, because of being raised with a big family, growing up, I wanted to get married at 25 because they had told us 25 is the age for men to have, settle down, bought a house, start a family. And so my plan was to get a house, and I did that, to get married at 25, after I got the house, right after that, and start a family, and I wanted 10 kids because I came from a big family, and I just truly like big families. And so I had planned to do that. Didn't go that way. I had 1 son, 1 granddaughter, 1 grandson, and 1 great-grandson, and 1 grandson-in-law, and 1 daughter-in-law. Amazing. But I have the big family of Christ, those who are waking up, and they are my spiritual family. And ain't nothing better than that. Nothing is better than that. So thank you again for that. Amazing. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, subscribe, and share the Jesse Lee Peterson radio show, folks. We really appreciate it. We are at war. It is a spiritual battle for the soul of America. And it's going to take all of us to do it.